And so you've had an amazing year so far across Europe. Give us a little bit of an overview of where you've been and what you've been doing.
So I've had 5 trips abroad this year, 2 on a personal note, both to France. Been to Riviere early part of the year, in the winter still in February. Fortunate, managed a few fish to upper 40s. Then in June I had my usual yearly trip with some good friends, and I'm friends with the owner of the lake down in France at Lake Serene. And magic trip for me there. Had one of the big mirrors out, one of the biggest mirrors known in the lake, which is great. But the 3 main trips that are really memorable and stand out and mean a lot to me have been the 3 RidgeMonkey Euro trips, twice to Parco and 1 to the amazing Euro Aqua in Hungary, trying to fish for one of the biggest fish potentially in the world.
Fishing in Europe, using rigs, it must be a minefield. How did you approach this?
I'm a great believer in, if you're confident in something, you don't want to change unless you have to change to the situation you're now granted with. I went abroad all year with stipulating fishing, similar rigs to I was fishing at home, but just upscaled everything. Bigger hook size, stronger breaking strain of hook link, little tweaks and changes that genuinely you're fishing for bigger fish with larger mouths. The situations might be more snags, because I didn't know the venues until we arrived. So yeah, I just really upgraded everything to make it much more stronger, to maintain that if I did get chances, I wanted to put them chances into extra fish on the bank.
So talk us through the rigs you use. Let's start Parco.
Well, Parco was a bit crazy because I did have a little bit of an insight from some close friends. I knew that lots of different varieties of tactics work, solid bags, method feeders. Some people said to me go with bigger baits for the bigger fish, some people said go with smaller baits. So I started off with a perception I'm going to fish exactly how I fish at home. I had my size 6 and 4 beak point rigs and straight point rigs, where I was incorporating exactly what I use at home, same hook link, same hook, same rig presentations. I was getting bites, but I wasn't getting into any of the larger fish. So a bit of local knowledge, one of the guys, Francesco, came over and said, Dan, downscale everything, go from 18s, 15s to 12s, go down right down to size 8s, fish in a little method, little parcels of bait, and you will get into the bigger fish. And lo and behold, his advice prevailed, and yeah, got into some immense fish, multiple 50s, and yeah, his local knowledge definitely put the bigger fish on the bank for me.
So your Euro Aqua approach for using rigs, so give us a little bit of a rundown on that.
Yeah, everything changed. When I first arrived in Hungary from the transition of Italy, everything came off. All the rigs that I was using, size 8s, I even went above the standards, and what I'm confident in England, I changed everything completely. I went upscale to the maximum. Size 2s, the biggest hooks I've ever used in my life, 35-pound hook links, larger leads. These fish that we're fishing for, potentially the largest carp in the world. They have huge mouths. You want to maximise every opportunity. So the advice I got off Jay and the local people to the fishery at Euro Aqua, go big, sit it out for one big take, big baited area, big hook, maximise your chances. And yeah, I did that. I didn't get into any of the real monsters there, but a 57 and a 59 in my eyes is a very large carp for anybody.
Yeah.
But for the standards that are in there, they are still babies. And if I went back there again, it'd be exactly the same. I wouldn't mess about with my English tactics. It'd be size 2s, strong hook link, strong line, maximising your chances for additional fish on the bank.